Boosie, a southern rap legend hailing from the streets of Louisiana's South Baton Rouge. Most would say he's famous, some would claim he's infamous.
Boosie,
but if there's one title that fits his persona, it's undefeated. July 12, 2024, Boosie would take to Instagram with an emotional post announcing his federal gun case has been dismissed.
Nah, for sure that shit is. I knew that shit was relief. Damn it, a federal gun case, and then you in Louisiana. What? People will try to burn your ass up. That bitch.
So weak. God, you a sucker ass nigga. He'd give all glory to God, saying thank you. You never leave me. You make a way out of no way. You made me beat South Baton Rouge. You made me beat cancer. You made me beat death row. You made me beat gunshots. You made me beat Fed cases. You forgave my sins.
I ain't even knew you had cancer though. That's alright. That man beat that shit, yo.
Back in May of 2023, an undercover San Diego police officer was conducting intelligence gathering through Instagram. Specifically, he was investigating an account named KP2 Market Made. It belonged to a documented neighborhood crip named Alondre Dickerson, who went by the rap name KP. He was one of many taken down by the feds in 2014 for racketeering. Come to find out, he was a member of the Tycoons, a money gang made up of West Coast Crips, East Side Skyline Pyrus, Lincoln Park Bloods, and neighborhood Crips. They'd all joined forces to engage in a variety of illegal activities, but their main hustle was sex trafficking. According to the indictment, they'd target women and girls from the ages of 12 to 20 and use older females to recruit the younger ones from nearby schools. So what does this have to do with Boosie? Not a fuck thing. Boosie was in Dago to shoot a music video with a rapper by the name of Bully 3, and KP2 just so happened to be one of 3's associates. The San Diego police officers would view a story posted to KP's Instagram. An unidentified male wearing red pants and a white t-shirt can be seen with a black handgun in his waistband. KP would tag Boosie's Instagram account.
See, niggas be federal, cuz. You can't go around niggas, bro. Niggas be federal, cuz. Even then, it's like, the nigga probably didn't even know what the fuck Boosie had going on. But the nigga, he probably knew the nigga beat his case, but still, why the hell you posting another nigga with his gun on his goddamn hip? You taking a picture from a man from the back. Yeah. Come on now, man. Like, y'all niggas be weird as a bitch.
Out along with Bully 3.
Yeah,
the officer would identify the man as Boosie, and going over to Boosie's Instagram, the officer found Boosie's account was live and he could be seen in the same outfit. The officer also observed the 49th Street sign as an...
Fuck, they want that man to do that. They want that man to be out this shit loafing, cuz. Like, that's the whole thing with this system shit, cuz. Like, you get out, you want people we can't do fast. Don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck about you, cuz. Like, that's why this system all fucked up. Fuck the system.
Unknown male stated they were live in the streets of San Diego. Officers were well aware that the area of 49th and Guyman is known territory of the neighborhood Crips. A police helicopter was requested to fly over the area with a provided description of Boosie, and at 3:10 in the afternoon, Boosie could be seen from the helicopter getting into a black Mercedes SUV. Officers on the ground would locate the black Mercedes pulling it over after watching it fail to stop at a red light. The vehicle would continue to slowly drive another block before coming to a complete stop, while officers could observe the rear passengers' heads moving side to side. It was believed they may be attempting to conceal firearms or illegal contraband. Officers located 3 men in the vehicle, the driver in front.
This shit crazy,
Reach more shoppers.
Them people had the fucking chopper. We had the chopper watching dude, man.
In the back, Boosie and his security.
He ain't even
Officers
know.
asked if any weapons were inside of the vehicle, and Boosie answered he didn't have any weapons, but his security did. His security would point to the right side of his body where he wore a black satchel. Everyone was removed from the vehicle and placed in handcuffs as officers located a 9mm Hellcat inside of the satchel. Officers would find a Glock 19 inside of the vehicle on the seat between where Boosie and his security sat.
Man.
Boosie, his security, and his driver would all be taken to the San Diego Police Department for further processing and investigation. During processing, Boosie yelled at his security and asked why he told the police the gun was on the seat. Officers then heard Boosie say, "You told me they were in the bag." Officers would locate videos in which they were able to produce screenshots of Boosie walking around with a gun in his waistband.
Damn.
A search of Boosie's criminal history would reveal he's a convicted felon, and Boosie would be charged with felony firearm possession for the Glock 19. June 14, 2023, Boosie would attend court under the impression he'd be receiving a plea deal, ending with probation. As Boosie made his way to the podium, the courts were interrupted by the feds, who announced an indictment and took Boosie into custody for being a felon in possession of a firearm. In less than 2 weeks, Boosie would walk out of MCC San Diego on pretrial release, the equivalent of bond in a state case, and for that, Boosie would have to pay $100,000. With evidence photos already making their way to social media and the fact that the feds have a 98% conviction rate, the fans, the streets, and the internet expected Boosie to be sentenced to federal prison. Well, Boosie and God must be the other 2%. Megan Blanco, one of Boosie's attorneys, would file a motion to dismiss the case. And how was she gonna do that? USA versus Duarte. Stephen Duarte, aka Shorty, is a California man who in 2020 was arrested for being a felon in possession of a firearm after being seen by police throwing a handgun out of a moving vehicle. He'd be indicted by a grand jury, to which they looked through his 5 previous felony convictions for vandalism, felon in possession of a firearm, possession of a controlled substance, and 2 other convictions for evading a peace officer. Duarte would take the case to trial, receiving 51 months in federal prison, to which he would appeal. Duarte's appeal would state it's unconstitutional.
Look up, boy. That boy, shit, I heard Boosie was a problem out there in Baton Rouge, like YB type shit. YB got down popping, now in Baton Rouge and shit, that's how Boosie was.
Constitutional to strip him of his Second Amendment right, as he's never been convicted of a crime of violence. See, back when the Second Amendment was written in 1791, only the most serious of crimes would prevent someone from possessing a firearm again, such as murder. And in those times, it was likely you'd be sentenced to death anyways, so you didn't need to worry about getting your musket back. But nowadays, a lifetime ban follows any felony conviction for a list of offenses that didn't even exist back then. So Duarte's criminal history of vandalism, felon in possession of a firearm, possession of a controlled substance, and fleeing a police officer would have been considered misdemeanor petty crimes, or just flat out didn't exist as crimes in the late 1700s. Based on that, Duarte would appeal his conviction as his crimes did not meet the Founding Fathers' standard of being worthy of a lifetime firearms ban, permanently depriving him of his Second Amendment right, and the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals would rule in his favor. Stephen Duarte's case would be overturned, he'd be released from federal prison, and the courts would rule.
I remember my grandma used to do this shit with her ass. She was sky ass, rolling shit back and got down, gonna chase her ass around the crib. But I had shit, my step pops got down aunt or grandma, her ass was like that permanently type shit. I remember we used to go out and we were little and shit. Niggas used to be scared to go in the crib.
America, who have completed their original sentence for the crimes they've committed, do have the right to possess firearms. So what does this mean for Boosie? As many of you know, Boosie was once arrested for murder. It was suspected Boosie ordered a 15-year-old hitman named Marlo Mike to commit a series of killings on the rapper's behalf. These murders would later be highlighted in Boosie's song, Murder Was the Case. They said, we got you on 6 bodies in 2 attempts. I said, sir, you lying, cause I don't do attempts. Boosie would fight his case from death row in the Louisiana State Penitentiary known as Angola. Nicknamed the Alcatraz of the South, of the Angola Plantation. This is one of the few prisons left in America that merely visiting will make you think you were witnessing slavery from 200 years ago. Boosie fought his case just a short distance from the execution chamber, and in 2012 was acquitted of all charges. So while the history behind Boosie may seem violent, his actual criminal history only has 3 convictions: for possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute, bringing illegal contraband into a prison, and criminal conspiracy to incite a felony. Like Duarte, none of these crimes should ban Boosie for life from firearms, and because of Duarte, the felony gun possession case against Boosie was dropped. Looking back at Boosie's post, he thanked God for beating South Baton Rouge, for beating cancer, for beating death row, for beating gunshots, and now for beating his Fed case. And like I said in the beginning, while some would say he's infamous, there's one title that fits Boosie's persona. It's undefeated.
Yeah, man, that shit crazy though, man. That was really God right there, yo. Like, that man could have been that chill. He was facing that shit, yo. You know what I'm saying? That's alright, Boosie, you beat that damn federal gun case, yo. That's alright. He a family man, he do what he gotta do. But, you know what I'm saying? Y'all comment down below, y'all like, subscribe, and let me know what y'all want me to react to next. Wale Brick, huh?